And I'm back. Alright, time for another Brightest Day banner issue. Justice League of America number 44. So far our league, which consists of four members, Batman, Donna Troy, Starman, and Conga Gorilla are all fighting hologram duplicates in the kitchen on the watchtower. Then all of a sudden they hear rumbling, and then a flash of green light, and a meteor and wait, did I just pass it up? Or yeah, well, basically a lot of green light. The hull breaks up, and then it repairs itself, and everyone's back in the watchtower. And then it's revealed to be a green crystal meteor. Then it crash lands in Germany, and when German heroes go and investigate, Etrigan shows up saying he wants the meteor. Then the Justice League shows, and they take down Etrigan, and they work together, and they're easily able to, and they're starting to work together, which is good. Then Donna apparently reveals that her lasso is a lasso of persuasion, which she uses to make Etrigan change back into Jason Blood. Meanwhile, at the JSA headquarters, Green Lantern, Alan Scott, is feeling ill, and he's basically about to explode from from the energy of the Starheart. Obsidian asks what's going on, and Dr. Midnight reveals that his dad's dying. Then Mr. Terrific says that a green meteorite crashed in Germany and the Justice League is there. And then Sebastian Foss shows up saying that he could probably help them with Alan Scott, and that this is just an omen of the end of the world. And then back in Germany, they talked to Jason Blood about what went on, and apparently he and both Etrigan were possessed, and comments them on their teamwork, and he leaves. Then they go to look at the meteor, open it up, and it's revealed it's Jade. Okay, not really exciting, but just okay. I understood. It's just a little strange how Jade got there. Okay, we knew she was in space from Brightest Day number 0 when she was testing out her powers for the Green Lantern Corps, but why she came back in a meteor, that needs to be explained, and how this will help Alan Scott, we don't know yet. So hopefully that will be answered. The question will be answered. Good to see that the 4 Justice League members are starting to come together as a team, though I am disappointed that after a few issues, Starfire and Cyborg quit. Alright, next up, tying into Last Stand of New Krypton, Supergirl number 52. Open up, Non punches a drone. Then General Zod leads his squad to go kill Brainiac. Now Supergirl and Brainiac 5 are sneaking around the ship. And Brainiac... Okay, you know what, I'm just going to call... Okay, no, for this issue, I will call Brainiac 5 Brainy, and the original Brainiac, Brainiac, just so I won't have to say that over and over again. Alright, Brainy's leading Supergirl through the ship, because he's memorized it in the future. And Brainy thinks to himself that, oh man, I loved Supergirl, and I know she dies, but it's just hard. It's just horrible being here. Next, we have Commander Gore torturing Reactron, and just as Gore is about to do something that I assume will be too dirty for it to be seen, Lex Luthor, he gets shot in the back by Lex Luthor, and then Luthor says that he's here to help, that he's not here to rescue him, but he's here for something else. Then Supergirl and Brainy continue their expedition through the ship to get to the core. Then Brainiac notices that they're both on the ship, and he sees a Lewin, and he says, "What do you know about viceprophages?" And all of a sudden, these huge metal bug thingies come out, and Brainy warns Supergirl that those things could kill an entire species in a few days. Then they successfully get to the then they're able to get to the core and blow up and cause a rupture, which takes out the things that were following them. And then Supergirl asks about why he's been covering up, about why she doesn't know who she is. And Brainy says that, look, do you ask her about the friends who were lying to her? Do you still trust them? And then he says, you should, because they care. You should trust them because they care about you. And then he says he doesn't want to tell her anything because he doesn't want to endanger the future even more than Brainiac's actions. And she agrees to that. And then all of a sudden they hear a rupture, and it's Superman and Quinset going into the ship. And then we cut back to Battle City where Luthor re-enlarges himself, and then these aliens say, "Help us!" And then Luthor grabs their city and says he'll help himself. To be continued. Supergirl number 52. I'm not so sure how this really, other than Lex Luthor and General Zod and their brief cameos and stuff, I don't see how any of this really, I mean, I didn't really have a lot of fun with the whole Brainiac 5 and Supergirl thing, because obviously Brainiac 5 is remembering the pre-Crisis Kara who died during Crisis of Infinite Earths and stuff, but I thought that was repaired because of the post-Infinite Crisis and stuff, but whatever, I'm just going to confuse myself with it. Supergirl, number 52, it was, just, Alright, now for the coup de grace, Green Lantern 53. Alright, and this is a new Green Lantern ring that I was able to get when I bought this. So there's another ring to add to your collection. Hector Hammond is in his cell in Belle Reve talking to an entity about how he felt like Hal Jordan whenever he read his memories. Then the entity on the planet of Riot starts muttering to itself how it will take control again, and it wrote the oath of the Green Lantern Corps it was before the Manhunters, before the Green Lantern Corps. It protected the universe under watchful eyes of the Guardians, and it's revealed it has Parallax chained up. Next, we cut to Coast City, where Hal, Jordan, and Carol Ferris are having lunch. Then they start flying jets together, talking about their relationship and what went on during Blackest Night. And then all of a sudden, Hal's jet gets attacked, and then Carol's by a yellow light, and they suit up to meet Sinestro. And Sinestro tells them that he discovered about his discovery of the White Lantern. Then we have Lex Luthor in Metropolis taking a look at some of the remains of a Black Lantern. Then all of a sudden, their Fleas shows up and says that he wants to know what is the most valuable thing someone on Earth can possess. Luthor says power, but then Fleas replies, "I have power, Baldy. What else do I want?" And Lex gets a sinister look in his eyes and tricks him, saying, "Land. Land? What's land? I want some." And also, Flash is rebuilding some grave sites, and then St. Walker is giving a blessing over each one so that they'll feel peace at death. Then we cut to Yasma Salt, where Atrocitus is talking about how he needs to go back, about how he's being encouraged to go back to Earth, and that then about how he needs to go back to Earth even though he wants to destroy the Green Lantern Corps. And that Ganthet is apparently getting Guy Gardner, Atrocitus, and himself ready for something big. And then Guy says that, "Of course I'm in, but if I go through with this, Jordan and I are done being friends for good." And Ganthet says, "I know." And Hal says to himself, "A White Lantern? Where'd a White Lantern come from?" Okay. Alright, Green Lantern number 53. I would say this is a nice little setup about what each member, except for Indigo, is doing post Blackest Night now and into Brightest Day, and how eventually they'll all have to come together again to deal with the White Lantern and who the White Lantern will be. I'm kind of interested to know that. But it was alright, I guess. I mean, not too exciting, but it was okay. Alright, so that concludes my reviews for the week. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.